Look at Daniel 2:21. World events are under his control. He removes kings and he sets others on their thrones. He gives wise men their wisdom and scholars their intelligence. A few years ago, it was a number of years ago, I came out to our kitchen and I was going to have a cup of coffee, and I turned on the radio, and all they were talking about was the fact that Anwar Sadat, who at that time was the president of Egypt, had just been ambushed and shot. And they were talking about his condition, and they weren't sure what it was, that they had rushed him to the hospital and all. And I was sitting there listening, and they were trying to get more information. And I thought, wow, I wonder what that means in that part of the world, that the president has been shot. I wonder what kind of vacuum that may create that other people are going to try to take advantage of, and so on. And about that time, they came on the radio and said that he had died. And then almost immediately, we have a pretty good sized window that looks out over the backyard and the patio and all. A little sparrow came flying into that window like they so often do, you know, and whoomp, into the window. And I went over and looked, and there was a little guy, his feet were up in the air, you know. In fact, this other verse came to mind about he sets people on thrones and then he replaces them. And when that little sparrow hit, this verse here, look at Matthew 10:29, came right to my mind. Not one sparrow, what do they cost? 2 for a penny? Can fall to the ground without your Father knowing it. And I looked out at that little guy and I said, God knows you're there. He did. God knew that little sparrow had fallen to the ground. And I thought, man, Lord, you're saying something to me. A king has fallen, and you will replace him. And a sparrow has fallen, and you know about both of them. See, this is the immensity of the knowledge of our God. You know,